Hey y'all, I let's get that focused a little better. There we go. Wanted to do a kind of a porch chatting update since we have done some of the heavier dutier work dirt work that we were doing on our French drain redo. We are still actively working on some things, but we are sliding slowly into fall, and I wanted to do a little bit of a garden update. For whatever reason, a lot of the produce this year has been kind of coming on slow. It seems like, some of the flowers, some of the tomatoes, different things, and other people that are in this county that I know of that are in the gardening clubs and people that I'm just friends with that I know that are gardeners, they're saying the same thing too. It's like it's just taken a while for everything to kind of slowly come to maturity, but it's finally happening. So we have been very busy all spring and summer, and I just wanted to do a little bit of a review of what we've been doing with our garden. So far this year, I've been pulling tomatoes off my tomato plants. I've grown only Romas, and my plan was to do sauce and to do like diced tomatoes. That's all I was really interested in. And I get like a double handful or so, maybe a couple pounds at this point, daily every couple of days, but it's not enough to really do any kind of processing. So I just clean them, cut their tops off, seed them, throw them in a bag, and I freeze them. They're not great that way if you were gonna try and thaw them and eat them, but if you want to do like what I'm doing, they're perfectly fine. Canning them later, that way you can get a good amount together so that you can do a canning session. I have been getting a lot of green beans. I planted, I don't know how many I planted. I literally took a handful because I had, old seeds, and I had made those, I think they're over there, those sapling teepees, and I planted all around them. I wasn't sure what was going to take, what wasn't going to take, so I, may have overplanted, maybe not, I don't know. But I have canned up 13 quarts of green beans. One of my cans, the glass actually broke. So I have 12 sealed and fine jars. And then I was out there this morning, I picked a whole nother big basket full. So in another couple of days, I will end up canning those. Maybe by the end of it, I'll have about 20 quarts or so, which is not bad. I think that's pretty decent. We do like green beans, so that's something that we do eat a fair amount of. I had got to potatoes earlier this year, but I didn't get a great crop off of them because I couldn't get the seed potatoes. Everybody this year was trying to start their gardens and stuff, so I think I got maybe 1 or 2 packages, that's it. So a lot of what I grew, I feel almost like I grew seeds for the next time. I did get probably about 10 pounds worth of potatoes, but that's really about it, and that's definitely not enough for a year's worth. So lesson learned about that kind of stuff. I did plant a bunch of onions, but I think planter's error, I ended up putting them too close. So I did get them, but they're smaller in size. Lesson learned on that for the next time. I have some peanut plants in there, and they've actually been growing really well. At first I thought they weren't going to do so well, but they've actually, it's like everything else, it's just been very slow taking off, and now everything's going. I won't, they are underneath and around where the sunflowers are. They're kind of just like a low mound. They're not ready to go until the plant starts to yellow, and then you can start to pull the plant up, and you can get it down at the base, and you can slowly pull it, shake the dirt, get up underneath it, and the whole kind of web will come up. I've got about 9 or 10 sunflower plants. They're all doing really good. They got, from the storm that came over, the remnants of Hurricane Laura. Thoughts and prayers out to Texas and Louisiana. Been there, done that, and it sucks. But the sunflowers are a little bit leaned over because of the winds that we had. And we didn't really have bad winds at all, but they're just so tall that the tallest sunflower there is a good 10 or 11 feet tall. It's huge. I have, what else do I got in there? The marigolds finally decided to bloom about 3 weeks ago. And they grew great, and they flopped right over. So they're on the ground. I've got some sugar pumpkins that are in there, and I've got some Cherokee Moon and Stars watermelon that are growing. But again, it's like everything is just like, it's coming, but it's just not here yet. I did some fall planting. I put some butternut squash and stuff like that in there. So we'll see how that goes, because it's almost September, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to successfully get it through to harvest, or I might get shortchanged on that. But you live and learn, and you just keep going on. I also have some Swiss chard in there. I had thought that it was going to die on me, because I know that tends to be a cooler weather crop, but it has survived all right, and it's actually growing pretty good. I've been pulling leaves off of it and cutting it up, and cleaning it, cutting it up, and making some wilted greens and different things with that, and it's been very, very good. The quality of everything has been great, but just kind of a little bit slow, and maybe thank God for small blessings, because if everything came in all at the same time, I would be very overwhelmed. But it's been nice to be able to take a little bit of a break from the hard labor. I got my teal color hive. I don't know how well you can see, and you probably can't hear it, but at the moment it's doing what's called an orientation flight. There's a bunch of bees that are out on the very front of it, and they're all kind of hovering in front of the hive, and they're a little bit noisy. They're making some buzzing noises, and they have like a little internal GPS. It's kind of cool. They imprint on that hive. They face the hive when they do this orientation flight. They face the hive so that they know what it looks like. They know the color. They know the exact location, so that when they start to go off and forage, they know where to come back to. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it for right now with everything that I've got going on. It's just been plugging away, and every day working on something, doing something. Currently, I'm looking forward to Christmas. I had an idea to do a little lucette project, and so I had this really almost remind me of some kind of iridescent yarn. So I've been working on that. We don't do TV around here, so we do projects, and we do crafts, and we do other things that keep us occupied and keep us on the straight and narrow, the way we should be, right? Also, check it out, My Local Wool. I'm going to be opening up a link to my online shop. I'm still working on my website. The bane of my existence at the moment, because I haven't had a chance to sit down in front of the computer, and we've just been so busy with all the physical work that needs to be done around here. We've gotten a lot accomplished this year, but there's still a lot more to do. I'm looking forward to clicking it off the list, because some of the stuff is long overdue, and getting on to some of the other aspects of what we're doing around here that I think are just going to be really neat and really cool. So hope you all stick around, and I always forget to say this: if you like the videos, like and subscribe, share them with your friends, and let them know that we're kind of backwoodsy homesteaders, and we try and share what we're doing, and be reasonable about and truthful about what we're experiencing, some of our successes and some of our setbacks, because there's this skill set, this lifestyle is not as common as it used to be. So really, we find each other online on social media, and we can build a community and learn from each other, and find resources and ideas and a sense of camaraderie. So I hope it was helpful for you, and remember, you are the gold. Bye, y'all.